Yeah.
Okay, the number one contradiction of religion is first off, you're not supposed to drink, okay, but they were fucked up on wine all the time. Talk about how Jesus drank wine, Jesus drank fish, okay, and how Jesus turned the water into wine, okay. There's no burning bush, okay. They talk about how there was a burning bush, okay. But if I was to eat a bunch of fermented fucking fruit all the time, unprocessed, unfiltered, I think I'd be pretty fucked up enough to see a burning bush, dude. Jesus walking on water.
Yeah, dude, he walking on water. He was probably tripping on acid or something.
Yeah. You mean to tell me that they didn't smoke grass back then? They didn't fucking... They talk about how they drank wine all the time. Okay, so that's the number one contradiction right there. You're not supposed to drink wine, but they drink wine. The rapture had happened, what, 7 times in the past 10 years? Okay, so there's that.
Probably happened more than that. The rapture's probably happened like 1,000 times within the last 1,000 years.
The world was going to end, and here we are past May 21st, the world still did not end. The second contradiction is Adam and Eve were the only people ever created. Okay, so that means they had to fuck the brothers, had to fuck the mother, the sisters had to fuck the brothers to create all of us. So that in that case, we're all incest motherfuckers.
Hell
okay?
yeah.
If you follow the Christian law, you know, their law, that means we are all technically all incest motherfuckers. Okay, so that's another contradiction right there.
In the Christian law, in order to obey the Christian law, it pretty much the Bible promotes homophobia, man, and
exactly.
slavery, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the thing. They were racist, but that's a sin to be racist. But yet they talk about how they paid people with, you know, all these things and random nonsense. To me, it sounds like they're a bunch of drunks, drug addicts, racist motherfuckers, incest motherfuckers, you know, trying to make their wrongs right by making us feel bad for doing those wrongs. But in reality, people that don't even follow the Christian law don't even live like that. You know, people that are Christians, they're the ones that are pedophiles.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are out fucking...
rapists.
Exactly. They're the ones out touching little girls.
And then they're
the ones out touching little boys. They're the ones cussing, going, doing drugs. But the people that aren't Christians are the nice people, the caring people, the concerning people, the down-to-earth, understand reality people.
Plus,
that never makes any sense.
All those Christians that commit crimes and rape people and are pedophiles, they go back to prison and then they find God again.
Exactly.
So somehow they find God in prison.
How many fucking priests have you heard of that have raped somebody, dude? How many pastors have been accused of having affairs? Yeah. Because they're all fucked in the head.
Molesting small children.
Exactly. They don't follow any fucking thing. Every fucking thing is a contradiction in itself.
Yeah, dude. The rapture's full of shit. People disappearing out of thin air. That's scientifically impossible to happen.
Exactly. If you follow science, okay. God was just, this is another one, God was just here. Don't question it. Don't question it at all. You can't question how God was here because, you know, that's demonic.
Yeah, if you question God, then you are evil.
Yeah, you're damned to hell.
You're a devil worshiper. Yeah. You're going to hell. You're going straight to hell.
Exactly.
For thousands of years.
How the fuck can somebody just be here? There's no scientifically possible explanation for that at all. There's no way God was just here and created all of this shit. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Seriously, he has to have, you know what I mean? Like, I find that very hard to believe that there's someone just in the clouds created everything around us, and he was the only one here, and he laid down all these laws. Bullshit, dude. And they talk about how Moses parted the sea. Fuck no, dude. They were delirious because they drank too much wine, and they thought he was parting the sea. He wasn't parting the sea, dude. And then the Ten Commandments, that's another thing, dude.
The Ten Commandments are full of shit,
Moses was pissed off because they weren't listening, See me, fuck you. This is what you're going to do. Thou shalt not sin. Thou shalt not cuss. Thou shalt not use the Lord's name in vain. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Because he was pissed off at them because they were too drunk and too annoying.
And most Christians, dude, most Christians don't even pray every night. Most Christians don't even go to church.
Yeah, exactly.
Most Christians don't even have a Bible, dude, but they're
all hypocrites.
They say they're Christians, though. Like, if you go out there, like, on people's Facebooks, or someone asks them, like, what religion are you? They'll be like, oh, hey, I'm a Christian, but in reality, they're not a Christian because they don't even practice their religion. They don't.
Exactly.
They're just hypocrites.
And then my biggest thing is, okay, anytime you question anything, like, okay, how was God here? Well, don't question it. That's every Christian says that. Don't question God. Don't question it. Why the fuck not question it? Does anybody else not think as logically as I think? You know what I mean? Like, how are you not supposed to question those things when they seem so far-fetched from the truth? But anytime you come to them, don't question it. You're just supposed to believe in God. Don't question God. Well, why not? Why not question these things? How did these things come about?
Yeah.
In the earth? You know, there's no explanation for it. It's all a crock of shit. That's my opinion on that.
Another thing about the Christian Bible and laws is that God doesn't even have like a name. His name is just God. But other religions, they have actual names for their gods.
Yeah.
Like Allah or Buddha or whatever. Yeah. Like, just for example,
Satan.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Like, but the Christian God, they're
just God.
They just call him God.
Well, what kind of God is that?
Exactly. What kind of God is he?
Yeah.
Is he even a she or a he or?
Right.
What
And then you mean to tell me none of the disciples cuss? You know, that's one of the things Christians get so pissed about. Like, you're not supposed to use the Lord's name in vain and all this stuff. Well, it's like Judas betrayed Jesus. You know, he sold him out and got him crucified because he wanted more money. Okay, that seems pretty normal to me. You know, if someone offered me, you know, hey, I'm gonna give you 50 extra bucks if you tell me where Jesus is. All right, shit, I'll tell you where Jesus is. You know, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do they say, oh, times have changed, times are different? Everybody thought the same back then. The only difference with things nowadays is the economy's in the shitter, and there's more luxury to technology. Technology's rapid. Okay, back then, you mean to tell me they weren't getting fucked up? You mean to tell me they weren't, you know, they drank so much wine? And that's another thing. They say in the Bible not to drink. You know, if you're going to drink wine, don't get drunk.
Yeah.
Well, that's all they drank in the Bible days, was wine. How are they not drunk after 7 days of drinking? Yeah, after 7 days of drinking fucking rotten wine.
Drink wine, eat bread.
Yeah, they were skinny as fuck because that's all they drank was wine. I think if I drank wine for 7 days in a row, I'd be pretty drunk.
Oh, you know what's another funny thing about the Bible stories and fairy tales is how, like, they put Jesus on the cross.
Yeah.
Like, everyone put Jesus on the cross and, like, watched him die on the cross. But now, after he died on the cross, everyone that watched him die on the cross worships him after they killed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it. Why would you worship someone that you put on the cross because you didn't believe or you didn't agree with what he said? Like,
exactly.
It doesn't make any sense, really.
And the biggest problem I ever have with religion, they try to scare the little fucking kids.
Yeah.
They force them to believe. Okay. They target the youth. They're so focused on the youth. They're so focused on those little kids because their minds aren't developed enough to think logically.
Yeah, because they're young, dude.
Yeah. So they scare them into, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you're going to go to hell, this dark, scary place with demons and devils.
Children's brains are undeveloped at young stages, man. They don't know any better, man. You could tell them anything and a kid would believe it.
Exactly. Like, they target those kids on purpose. Because
so then when they grow older...
Exactly. So when they grow older, they're brainwashed to think this is a normal way to live, but in reality... it's all a crock of shit, and they were forced to believe that so they didn't have to go to a hell that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Has anybody, I've never encountered a demon or an angel, and they talk about how, oh, I saw a demon, I saw an angel. Well, have you been checked out at the mental ward?
Yeah, or
have you been?
Or I've heard Jesus talk to me.
Yeah. How many drugs have you done to hear that? Because I've never seen a demon, I've never seen an angel, or I've never heard Jesus or Satan talk to me. After all this shit I talk about religion, okay. So all these people, oh, I heard God's voice. God spoke to me through this. Well, that makes me wonder, have those people been really evaluated by a doctor? Are they bright in the head? Because that doesn't seem right to me that you hear these spirits.
The last thing I knew or know of hearing strange voices and seeing things
is a sign of schizophrenia.
Is a sign of paranoid schizophrenic. If you think you're seeing Jesus, demons, and talking to Jesus and God, then
too much PCP.
think you might need to go to a mental ward or something. Another thing that pisses me off is that Virgin Mary bullshit, dude. Like,
Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary had a
fucking kid.
Had a kid.
How the fuck could you be a virgin?
In the middle of winter, outside with sheep, dude.
Oh, don't question it, Brian. Don't question it.
Yeah.
Don't ever question it, because you're gonna go to hell. Don't
ever question the Bible, or you're going to hell and dying.
Oh,
and you'll be tortured in hell for millions of eternity years.
Yeah.
Man.
Another thing, why can't you question anything? Why is everything unquestionable? Why is everything a contradiction? Like, science proves you cannot be a virgin and not have a kid. You're the slut! But don't question it. Another thing is, how do you know who really wrote the Bible?
The government.
Do you really know if Jesus wrote those words? Or how do you know some fucked up person, fucked up on some fucking, rotten wine, some shit they didn't even know how to make back then, just said, oh, Jesus told me to write this. But who's to say he wasn't a schizophrenic?
Yeah, really.
You buy that Bible, and how do you really know who wrote that Bible? For all it could be some serial killer wrote that Bible, and you know what I mean? Like, I could write the Bible.
Yeah,
you
can write your own Bible and start your own religion.
Exactly.
If they can do it back in those days, then we can do it in these days.
Exactly.
But no one does it in these days. If you try to do it these days, the government will kill you, pretty much. Look at that Jonestown. Well, that was kind of different. Look at the Manson family. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
my biggest thing is like, there's no documented proof of who even wrote those scriptures.
I know, they're just like...
They say it came from God. How do you know that? For all I know, the Bible could have been wrote back in the fucking 60s. You don't really know.
I have had this theory, I don't know if I actually believe it or not, but maybe the Bible is actually designed by the government to try to brainwash and control us all with stupid Christian laws that are supposed to be good.
Feel bad about
so they don't do bad things, but they end up doing bad things anyways, like becoming rapists and serial killers,
pedophiles.
Yeah, most of the people in prison believe in God or has found God again or whatever that they do in prison with Jesus and all that Bible bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't forget how many trees they destroy just to make all those Bibles.
Yeah.
There's probably more than enough Bibles on this planet to wipe your ass with, dude.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. It's like, they want to say this is God's temple, this is the Lord's earth, this is God that created it, nobody else created it. But where's the documented proof? I want to see some fucking proof. If God was to swipe me down right now, pick me up and throw me out of this room, I believe in God.
Yeah.
Does that happen right now?
Hey.
No. I'm still sitting in this fucking chair.
Hey God, if you are real, smite me with your almighty power right now.
Exactly.
Hey,
this is my
I'm
thing.
still alive.
Yeah.
Hey God, are you listening? Fuck you.
Hello. Hello. And this is another thing, dude. You see all the people raising their hands, testifying,
praising Jesus,
falling, you know, because they were too fucked up. You know, they fell on the ground and shit. They were too fucked up on morphine or something because they're all old people. You know, and it's like, what? You know, I look around when I see that, and it's like, I feel bad for those people because
they're so stupid and blind.
True. You know,
they're like that. They're like that blind that they can't realize that the Bible is
nothing but a crock of shit.
Corrupted shit.
And I feel bad for those people because it's like those are the people that have the mindset of a simple life.
Yeah.
You know, they think simple. They believe things simply.
They believe everything that they're told. They're real gullible. Like, if Barack Obama told them to jump off a bridge, they probably would.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And it's like, I feel bad for those people raising their hands, falling on the ground, because it's like, there's not going to be a rapture.
And it's
realistically, they've been saying since clear back in the 1800s, Jesus is coming. We're closer now than ever. Where has it happened? It was supposed to, you know, they're saying December 12th, 2012, Jesus is going to come back. I guarantee you, dude, December 12th, 2012 is going to come and pass just like May 21st did.
Yeah, and just like the year 2000 did.
Yeah, Y2K. That was a conspiracy. It's all just it's designed to make people scared into living a better life, scaring them into living a better life. Basically, is what it does.
Yeah.
They're scared into this place called hell that doesn't even exist to live a better life, and then in the end they're miserable because they're living a life they don't really want to live because they want to be normal. Everybody just wants to get fucked up. Everybody in this world just wants to have fun, let it loose, and get fucked up. Nobody wants to go and work every single day.
Yeah.
Shit on them.
50 hours a
tell
week.
them to fuck off.
Well, no,
Nobody wants that.
Another thing that's funny about religion, like, all religions on earth, like, each religion thinks their God is their God. And that their religion is right and everyone else's religion is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It just proves how all religions are full of shit. You think if God was real, there would only be one religion.
Exactly.
But he's not real.
Well, and then another thing was like, okay, my whole life, when I went to church, forced to go to church, you know, and shit, like, I know, I was forced every Tuesday, I was forced every Sunday, I had to go, you know, no choice. Okay, they embedded it into my head that Satanism, people that do Satanism, are these evil people that kill people, sacrifice little kids, rape people, and then, when you research Satanism, they are people that are just like me and you.
Yeah.
That only believe that the only difference is they believe that if someone fucks you over, you have the right to fucking destroy them.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems pretty logical to me. That's logical because that's how I think. Okay?
If you actually read the entire Satanic Bible, most of it is pretty common sense.
Modern day. It's
common
modern
sense
day,
stuff,
common
dude.
sense, logical thinking.
Like
just with a little twist of violence. Okay, well that's normal. Everyone has violence in them.
Yeah.
You know,
look at the entire human history, dude.
Exactly.
The entire history of humanity is based on violence.
Exactly. So it's like churches push into little kids' heads, you know, the satanic kids are the worst evil kids ever. But then when you break away from that and you start expanding your thinking and, you know, interacting with those people that kind of have the satanic belief, you know, I mean, to me, all religions are fucked up. I don't belong to a religion. Atheism is a religion because it's a classification of a group of people that don't believe in God. Agnostic is the same thing. Satanism is the same thing. It's all a religion.
Yeah, dude.
Whether they realize it or not, it's a religion.
Yeah, because with atheism, like, they believe that there is no God.
Yeah, and that's considered a religion because it's a group of people. A religion is considered
a group of people that they call themselves something.
Yeah. So I don't belong to any of that because I don't believe in any of that because when you start to analyze those things, dude, all of that shit that you were told in church is fucking wrong. Every fucking thing I was ever told in church is wrong, dude. Okay, like, churches have people in the youth group, you know, the praise team, the praise and worship, people that play the music. Those are the people that go to the bars. Those are the people that smoke weed. Those are the people that fucking do crack every fucking day. But they get up there, oh, you know, how great is our God, and shit like that. But those are the people, as soon as they get out of church, you know, they're going straight to the bar getting shit-faced.
Yeah.
They're going straight to their drug dealer getting their shit. But it's all for image. It's all to make people feel better about themselves. Basically, that's the bottom line. Churches were designed to make people feel better about themselves. Oh, okay, well, if you raped a little girl Saturday night, go to church Sunday to feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly all it is, you know? You know, I'm not going to go to a church.
If you commit one sin, you're going to hell for eternity.
Exactly. You're going to be sitting there with Satan.
Demons and rocks and lava pits and...
And honestly, to me, if the Christians believe that, you know, all these cool people are the people that are in hell, hell sounds pretty fucking cool to me, dude.
Yeah.
I want to sit there with Kurt Cobain, dude. I want to sit there with Whitechapel. I want to smoke some blunts with demons and the devil. You know, that doesn't sound too scary to me. That doesn't sound too evil of a place to me. That sounds like a real fucking world.
I'll do some acid with Satan and a bunch of demons, dude. And we'll just sit there in hell and tripping, dude. Like, playing with lava and, like,
dude.
Swimming in lava and, like, throwing, like, molten rocks at each other and, like, doing more acid. Like, acid's probably really good in hell if it's real down there.
DMT all day long, dude. Like, that's the thing. They talk about, oh, it's a lake of burning fire and torture.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see that, dude. I'd really.
And then heaven is supposed to be like the most perfect kingdom, like
golden gates and
golden roads,
pearly white fences and mansions and rich shit.
And you know, it's another thing.
And you're never gonna be hungry, and you never gotta piss, and you never gotta shit. I want to shit and piss, and I want to eat.
Another thing that's funny about how they believe in heaven and hell is, well, since technically the Bible has been out for like what, a little bit over 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Well, imagine 2,000 years of people dying. Where's all those people? If let's say heaven is real. I mean, eventually heaven has to be too full of people that go there. Like,
exactly. Like how can it be such a place that's so big?
Yeah.
Store all these Christians.
How can heaven be so big to store all these humans that have died for the last 2,000 years?
Right.
This thing goes to hell, dude.
Right.
Like, I don't understand. Like, do they go to another dimension where there's like entire expanding universe that's heaven? Or, I mean, when do you even?
Or is it even really heaven or hell? Like, when you die, are you just in your own mind? Like, you know what I mean, dude? Like, you hear those people that say that they died and went to hell and came back. They died and went to heaven and came back. They were all in the hospital. Who said they weren't fucked up on morphine?
They're probably just
side effects.
They were probably just dreaming, dude.
Exactly. Like the medicines they pump people full have side effects of hallucinations. Dudes that say they weren't hallucinating.
Maybe if someone died for like a week and then somehow came back to life and said there was heaven and hell, then maybe I would believe.
Yeah.
But no, that's never gonna happen because that's physically and scientifically and medically impossible for someone to die for a week and then come back to life.
Exactly. I tell you what, dude, if I ever encounter an angel or a demon or the devil or God, then I'll believe. But I've never fucking seen anything. Even as much drugs as I've done, I've never seen Satan, God, demons, or angels.
Yeah.
And I get pissed because everyone talks about how they see all these things. I've never seen it.
They like see like Jesus like carved into a piece of wood or something. Like,
have you seen it?
No.
Exactly.
When people say that kind of stuff, I just think it's a bunch of bullshit.
Like, how much acid do you have to do to see that shit? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
How fucked up were they to see that shit? I don't know, dude. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking pissing me off.
Charles Manson had the right idea, though.
Yeah.
Just living out in the wilderness, man.
Not giving a fuck.
Getting fucked up and doing whatever he wanted to do, man. Play guitar, play music.
Yeah, I mean, and like, I don't know, dude. My biggest, that's another thing, dude. Christians believe you can't watch movies that have, you know, profanity.
Yeah.
Profanity.
Pornography.
That they use every day.
Yeah.
Because the Bible says piss in it. The Bible says ass in it. The Bible says jackass in it.
The Bible says hell in it.
We're referring it to as this. We're referring it to as this. You know, they always have to make a contradiction of themselves.
And don't forget how they wrote. Don't forget how they wrote a new version of the Bible.
Yeah, King James version, another new version.
The New Testament or something.
They gotta update with the times, you know. Like here's new sin.
But it's still.
Here's new wrong.
It's still a bunch of utter crap, though. Like you can tell if you read it. Like.
I've read the Bible front and back. Every fucking thing. As soon as you get into the beginning of it, after about 2 verses to the beginning of the front of the Bible, if anybody has the right frame of mind, you will question it. You know, it's the people that don't think, you know, you have to analyze things. What normal person doesn't analyze something when they hear that? Like, Jesus begot, so-and-so, and Adam and Eve had this, Cain and Abel had these people. Well, where's those missing gaps? Where were the other people? All it tells me in the Bible, they fucked their sister, they fucked their mother, but that's a sin. But where's the, you know what I mean? Where's the missing pieces that they leave out? Dude, that's what pisses me off. How did those people come to this earth? How was there Moses? How did Moses have such a big family? How did Moses have so many brothers and sisters?
You know what's funny about...
How did they build an ark if they didn't even have any clue of architecture back then?
Yeah.
Any fucking tools?
They didn't have the...
Any fucking drywall?
They didn't have the technology of tools to build a boat out of wood that big enough to store 2 animals of every animal on the planet, plus humans.
We were the only ones that survived.
And then somehow the entire world flooded. Yeah. And then unflooded.
And Moses' family was the only ones that survived, and they had no other girlfriends or boyfriends. It was brothers and sisters, so they fucked each other and made what we are today. That's not the case, dude.
And it's funny how...
Don't question it. Don't question it.
It's funny how God created this world, but what about the rest of the galaxy or the rest of the universe, for that matter, dude?
Yeah, God created weed. Why do Christians get pissed if people smoke weed?
Yeah.
If God created everything. That's something of the earth. So this is God's earth.
And so technically
from God.
Technically, same with the rest of the drugs and stuff. It's technically from the earth. Like.
Yeah, 90% of drugs come from the earth. Heroin comes from the earth. DMT comes from the earth.
Salvia.
Acid's a fucking fungus. How do you think we get fungus?
Shrooms
come from the earth. Marijuana comes from the earth.
Peyote.
Cocaine.
Peyote.
It's grown. It's a plant. Peyote. Yes. Literally every drug that is out there is from the earth in some way or shape or form.
Yeah.
Even meth, dude. Meth comes from a fucking tree that grows the crystal, and that's how it became. You know, that's how it became started. They started extracting this crystal. So it's like, if God created all that stuff, but yet He didn't want anybody to do it, why the fuck would He even have it on?
Why would He create it in the first place if the Bible's against it?
Exactly. And that's another thing. The Bible never says anything about drugs.
I know.
So where do Christians get that in their heads that people that do drugs are evil and they're full of Satan? When technically the people that do drugs are consuming what God created.
Maybe the government helps influence Christians on how drugs are evil.
Yeah. I mean, but technically though, that's my biggest thing. If God created the earth, why would He create opiate plants why would he create marijuana to grow wildly? Maybe marijuana grows more than fucking tobacco, dude. That's just, that shit in your backyard.
Yeah.
Why would he create that if it's such a big deal? Because this is my theory. Christians don't like people that do drugs because people that do drugs think more logically. Because it opens your mind to realize reality and how fucked up things are, so they don't want those people to overthrow the religion just like the government.